COVID got me mad scruffy. Anyways, whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, I woke up this morning, looked at my phone, and then I saw what kind of mess I got into. It's quite interesting. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about breaking fast. See, when you're breaking your fast, which is when you start eating again, your body has spent its the whole night detoxifying and healing your body. So now it's full of a bunch of waste. It's used up its nutrients and water. So when you're breaking fast, your primary goal is to rehydrate, renourish, and eliminate waste products from your body. So that being, you probably want to have something high fiber, lots of water. That's pretty much it. Maybe not a lot of carbs, because carbs, the body has to break it out again. And I don't mean fruit carbs. I mean your pastries. I mean, unless you're working out. I mean, I understand if you work out in the morning and then you need carbs, I could understand that. But those people probably wake up at 4 o'clock, okay, and they've been working out. So they've already been hydrating. So your food schedule kind of determines about when you wake up and when you start hydrating. So if you wake up at 8 o'clock, you should at least spend 2 hours rehydrating your body. Now I get it. I get it. You might be hungry, right? And that's why we pick fruits, high in fiber, high in water, and nutrients. Okay, fruits actually, fruit water, the water we get from fruits, is actually easier converted to a usable resource for our body than regular water. So I do recommend using infused fluids. You know, even if you're a big water drinker, that's your lime water and your ginger tea. But that's how I break my fast. But normally I wake up in the morning, I have myself a workout. So when I was going to the gym, COVID got me in the house. When I was going in the gym, um, yeah, yeah, I definitely have me a hearty breakfast. You know, I mean, I like my pancakes. I do like a good meal. I like a good meal. My potatoes, little grits, yada yada. But it doesn't really matter what you're eating. It's how you make it. That being said, that was breaking fast with Miael. I know I thought I was gonna eat these fruits a little faster, but I'm a little slow today. um, so woke up this morning and I checked my phone. Apparently, I got myself some bullshit on the real, and it's very interesting. I feel like people just want to punch you for being confident or even being having the balls. It's more like having the balls to say that, you know. So there was this fairly attractive girl who used to live in my state. Uh, uh, I mean, should I really shout her out like that? I mean, she kind of kicked me in the balls a bit, you know. She didn't. She didn't. It was actually all her fanboys and her frenemies, because I said something to her on Instagram. My Instagram is KLou93. Anyways, this Kayla Louise girl, uh, she pretty attractive, and I put there, does she come in camera? Good lord. Now, hey guys, if anyone talks to women, I think you could understand, like, you just pulling the girl's hair. Okay, she's a white girl, you know. Right now it's winter time, so I'm assuming she's pretty pale. So I asked if she came in caramel. I mean, honestly, I know they come in black. They're all over Africa, and I know. So I know. I mean, she's quite a voluptuous chick. You know, she got nice curves. So I'm just messing with her. Here comes the wolf pack. They all come down. How could you say that? Don't you know she's a woman? Why are you a creep? So someone even called me a pedophile. Listen, I I'm very worried when people think this is what little girls look like. Okay, and this is the full blown woman. I don't know how you call a motherfucker a pedophile for for trying to chat this up. I don't know. I don't see how someone's a pedophile. People just say that they're the most craziest things. Like, I really need to get my hair done. Like, it is goddamn. So if any people who do dreads, I'm in Massachusetts, and it needs to get done, man. The person who does my hair is in Boston. She does an amazing job. Amazing job. I've only met one person who I say it's almost at her quality, but I have to say she's still better. But it's a man though, so he probably has different skills. But I probably would let him do my crochet dreads. But in any case, I digress. Um, this girl, she came, she did her girl thing. She said that was insulting. She's like, actually, that's pretty insulting. Like, let me think of what she said. In any case, that's actually insulting to ask if I come in camo. Like, I'm a person. I don't want to be objectified. Not an object. Not to mention how racially ignorant that sounds. Watch how you speak to people. How racially ignorant that sounds. She don't know she come from black people. You can't really. I don't like how racially ignorant. Nah, bitch. What? What? Maybe she means, don't you know white girls can be thick too? Well, I'm not really worried about whether or not white girls can be thick too. It's your culture, it's your values and your ethics. See, the reason why I said that was because, and I think it's very important to discuss why I said that. Because one, yes, she's an attractive girl, and I'm sure she loves the brothers. Okay, but the problem here is that, does she respect and honor brothers? And what kind of brothers does she even give the proper kind of femininity to? What kind of brothers does she submit to? I'm gonna be a little racially ignorant right now and say she probably gives it for the thugs and all those things. Right now, she probably got a little bit of a better job, so she's like, "Oh, I only want to date these white collared men now. I'll fuck the dealers, but I'll look down on them. I'm not a dealer, by the way. I'll fuck with the thugs, but I'll look down on them, and then I'll try to hustle the high value man who doesn't have that edge on him." I mean, to be in corporate America, you can't be growling at everybody all over the place, which is a lesson Blake has to definitely learn. But so they're playing this stupid game. Now in society, they're acting like you can one, you can't catcall. Fine, fine. I walk up to your face, say, "Hey, baby, how you doing? You come in camera, cause damn, those valleys." So what? So what? You can get offended. You can like, oh, but there are just some things you just shouldn't do. Like calling somebody, uh, especially in this society, calling somebody a pedophile, calling somebody a creep or a sex offender because I said something like that open in public. I could understand. I would give it some merit if I sent it via IG. I would give it some merit. Now, okay, well, it was over. It was in private in any case. So what you're saying is that, and that's actually what some people argue. They came and said like, well, most men would think that, but we would never say that to a girl's face. I'm like, well, I think if you personally, if you have to hold in how you feel about a girl and you're like being all, I mean, I think that's where the creepiness comes from. If you're like not sure if you could say what you want to say. I'm not do. I say what I gotta say to a lady, and I'm not rude. I'm whimsical. Okay, I have a huge artillery of words. Okay, so when I talk, I play with the girl, and obviously that I've talked to girls since like all the way through school. And I don't mean just like chat them up. I actually had conversations with girls. We talked. Yes, I was that dude who your girl used to come cry to when you fucked up in the relationship. And yes, she came and banged me after. I didn't try to do it. She just came and dropped the other brother like that. Okay. So being a kind man, I'm not talking about being a nice guy because they'll confuse you for being a nice guy because you come from a good family, good values. Okay, you understand how to handle them. You can hear a woman's problem, talk her through it, and still smash her parents. Okay, so someone could say, yeah, this may take longer. Well, I prefer quality over quantity, personally. So if I have to talk to him for a few days or a month, okay, and then we smash, well, that's better because by the time we hit that month, I'm smashing it for real. She may be out there doing her thing, but those niggas are not really smashing it. I mean, that's just my thing. Because I understand once I'm there, they hate me after. They go crazy. But I'm a healer. A lot of people are afraid of that inner healing. So people run away from that inner healing. But this went on. I said this 21 hours ago. These guys came. They're like, wow. Some motherfucker said apologies for my brother over here. I'm like, well, you can make me eat my words in the summertime when the sun kisses your ass. So some other guy came in. Nah, you vanilla. I guess he was talking to her. Then this one kid who I used to go to high school with. He says you give off serious pedophile vibes. You know, he claims to say every time he sees my name, I'm violating a woman's privacy. How I was on social media. I don't I don't understand how that even makes how does that even make uh, uh, a real statement. Like that's some crazy things that you just say. You just say some crazy things. We're on social media. And what he says that you should take some advice from others and stop commenting on a woman's post. So commenting on a woman's post is invading her privacy on social media, a public platform. Okay. And to be honest, that's really offensive. That bothers me in the heart. I have a little sister. She's 8 years younger than me. And long story short, some serious stuff happened. Okay. And I had to handle that at a young age. I mean, I don't mean take the brunt of that. I mean, go defend my sister's honor. Okay. So when people say stuff like this, I take like it hits me in the heart. To be honest, that is not a funny thing. That is not a funny. Then he goes, then change how you talk to women. So this actually had nothing to do with evading women's privacy. This is just that was just a shaming tactic. So I continue. Well, I wonder if she tans well. How do I ask that to your liking? Okay, because clearly you said the way I came into the conversation, trying to pull her hair a little bit. That's just a figure of speech. Pulling her hair. That's just a figure of speech. Okay. Um. And then I continued to toast him like, how are you saying like I I was just repulsed that he could even call me a pedophile because like one I'm talking to like I don't understand. First of all, we're talking about full blown women here, and then you start talking about pedophile. What? How? How did you get to that subject? Okay. And then some other girl comes and says, "What could have possibly possessed you to type something like that out?" And I was like, well, she said, listen, she said something weird. Okay, what's that? Oh, you can't reverse it. She said, what could possibly possess you to type this out? Reread it and think it was okay to say. I guess I just teased her and said that you should learn some better grammar. So what the point is here is that I should keep my thoughts to myself. Well, I mean, the real answer I really have for that is no. Like, I don't have a, I don't have a real, I'm not in the workplace, so I don't really have a real any other. I'm not in the workplace. I don't touch the girl. Like even if you're outside, I'd say this in public, but like you don't touch the girl, you don't get in her space. You just get into a talking space, and then you just let things be. See, I'm the kind of person who you'd have to know throughout time. Because one, if you see me the first day, I don't have that kind of way about me where I'm gonna come chase you the first day. You know, I'll may come talk to you, figure you out. You know, I'm the kind of person where I like to know a woman's mind. If I can't touch, if she can't, you know, open herself up to me, what's the point of smashing her? To be very to be very honest, what's the point of smashing? You know, I'd rather deal with a six who opens up and who's open to change and shit like that than a nine who doesn't want to open up and is all caught up in their ego. Okay, I'm not about that. You gotta focus. You gotta focus on who treats you well and who actually puts in the time. You know, but whatever. This woman you love and this woman you fuck. Anyways, John Gavin continues to tell me to keep those thoughts of mine to myself. So I said, well, are you a wuss? Like, are you afraid to go talk to a woman, and tell a woman that, and I wasn't even that bad about it. This is so many worse things I could have said. It's not like I even said, like, I like to dress you with some caramel or some shit. Listen, man, I mean, and I talk, you know, like, I talk. So, so, so I said, so again, these people are trying to shame me for just making a comment like that. And I'm like, well, say what you want. That woman is the kind of woman you make babies with and you build a business with. Okay. So again, I go to further qualifying it. So yeah, you can say I'm objectifying it, but like yes, on several on levels, not leathers, levels. I mean, hell yeah. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying, wow, that's a I mean that's quite a lady here. It's because when I say that, I'm not just looking at that. Remember, we haven't even discussed why I said it. Let me get into that. Why I said it. Because one, when we date these European American women, their culture and their value system is not set up to have a man of color as their leader. Okay, and that is very problematic because then we're in this space where if we make a kid with them or if we're trying to go somewhere and lead, okay, the only way they understand of our people who command respect are the Obama kind guys who are like, hey, the Obama kind of guys, okay, who are nice, can talk, and they're not very abrasive, a homie kind of nigga, right? Or they like the thug, right? And there's the one that they could put in jail. I am what you would say a more. I have that energy where we got to do some stuff, we can do some stuff. If we need to debate, We can definitely have a very good debate, but they're not used to seeing our people, my people, having these values and complexities to them where we can stand very strong, fight, and also be very intellectual and create. And when they see those two mesh together, they become very afraid. Not because I'm threatening, but because people see me before I see them. And even when I try to put myself small so I don't be seen, I can't help but be seen. So now I have no choice but to be okay to be seen. I can't live in a place where I'm trying to make myself smaller than I am. So that's kind of why I said what I said there. If she came in caramel, because at least a girl of his Mexican Spanish heritage, at least she, at the very least, it would be easier to teach her to respect the black man. If she chooses a black man, at least she would understand. Okay, you still got to respect the man because their culture and family structure is made in such a way where you do want to keep the family together. And the American European society, they don't care about family. They actually do not care about their family. I mean, let me actually say that better. Okay, and I said the European American. So these are the descendants of the colonies. My uncle corrected me and said, like, that's just America. In Europe, I mean, they're different. And I guess maybe so to an extent, but when it comes to money and divorce court, no. They're vicious, they're like banshees, you know. And that's a very sad thing because if we live in a place where women don't care about family, and because at this point men have to walk away from the family system, okay, because women don't want to act right. So I don't know what to say about that. So that's why we that's why I said like that. Because yeah, she's a beautiful girl. But when trying to build a family and trying to build economics and get somewhere in life, can I really build with her? Is she willing to do what it takes to get me to that position where I can be that boss man that she wants, can provide everything that she wants? Because becoming that 1% man is not something you do by yourself. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. No one is wealthy on their own. Wanna know why? Everybody has to do business with someone. Okay? Not even the king can hold his crown by himself. He needs the church. He needs the military. He needs laws. And he needs God in some cases. Okay? Just like me. The Elohim. The Shan. Okay? So, that's why I said that. You know, she's beautiful. Listen, absolutely. You know, she come around here and she's acting right for like 4 years. We make some moves. Absolutely. I'll put 4 kids down. Okay, 4 kids down in there because she's come here. We built something. Okay, you know we made ourselves a little bit of a real estate empire. Okay, it's my empire. Here's her part on that. She just has to come and be on my team. Okay, whatever that means. Because money don't mean shit. Money don't mean shit. Okay, people can say, "Oh, he's broke and whatnot," blah blah blah. Well, every rich person was broke one day before. Sorry, every wealthy person was broke one day before. Okay, so I'm a wealthy person. I'm just not cash fluid. I'm just not cash fluid right now. But I know I'm a wealthy person. I know. I know where I come from. I know what's in my blood. And I know what's in my mind and heart. So, and I say this, and where me have this philosophy is because I look at my own family. You know, I come from a two-family home. God bless. You know, so ever since I was young, my father's always been in my life. He's always worked hard, 2 3 jobs. You know, and we started at a small little apartment, I can recall the first apartment. I was a little kid in Waltham, and we're in this nice house. this big house, to be honest, nice piece of property, in Merrimack, Massachusetts. And he got there because we stuck to our African traditions, not just African traditions. We stuck to the Moorish culture. We stuck to our people's culture. Okay, whatever name you want to use, but when you got dark skin, brown skin, we value the family structure. That is how we got here. So when we're dealing with these European American women, I'm trying not to call them white because um, I don't want to be racially ignorant. Okay, so I'll talk about your nationality. So we talk about these European American women, and it's great. They love us, but they love us for all the wrong reasons. Okay, for them it's some show, it's a game. Okay, so I can see why the black woman may be annoyed, but again, the black woman's stupid too on her own points. Okay, and I can't. And it's sad that I said I have to say the black woman because that's what those ones are. When I see the women who come from who aren't black, and I mean also like who may be Nigerian, Haitian, Dominican Republic, Mexican, okay, when they have those kind of identities for themselves, they value family more. Okay, they value family more. I would love to meet a an Arab woman. You know, really, yeah, absolutely. Strong culture, strong culture, strong family value. And why so important to me? Because again, I talk about my family again, my father, my mother. So my father, he has street smarts. He's a man he came here in America and he made his way. He's an old-fashioned American. He came here and made his American dream. You work hard, you can get far. That's the kind of man he is, and he did. Okay. My mother, she's what you feminist women would aspire to be. You would only wish because one, she is an actual queen. Two, she is smart, articulate, and she carries a radiance of royalty. Okay, God for any place she's worked. Okay, when people walk in, they treat her like the boss. She's just an employee. Okay, they say, well, the way she comes to work, the way she presents herself, the way she carries herself, you would think she ran the whole damn thing. Well, that's just blood. That's just in the blood. Okay, and yeah, what can you say? That is royal blood for you. Okay, so the both of them, they put their two knuckleheads together. Yes, I'm calling them knuckleheads because they were about my age when they met, and they made a life together. Okay, and that's what a lot of you women don't understand. You're looking for a man to make a life for you, but you don't understand how chaotic the world is. You live in a fantasy world. Okay, some of you just kind of want to live a certain lifestyle. I'm trying to live the win. Okay, so when I deal with a woman, I'm trying to, well, this is where we are, this is what I'm trying to get to. So if you help me get there, hey, I always take care of those who take care of me. At least I do my best. Shout out to Salem Leheleli. Um, yes, absolutely. Shout out to Salem Leheleli. This man, sorry, it's my brother right here. This man right here, he has traveled America about 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Honestly, he traveled America, collected stories, and he made wonderful stories like people's stories. He made wonderful books. I think he's on his fifth book. You know, yes, yes. So please check him out. Salem Leheleli, storytelling Salem. Um. Anyways, no, seriously, he has great philosophies. It's a great book. Anyways, back to this conversation. So when we're dealing with these white girls, they want to deal with a certain kind of black man, but they want him to be underneath them, you know. So they always sit there and try to put a man down. And we're not talking about girl bullshit. We're talking about racially ignorant shit. How they would only value a thug, okay, opposed to the Obama kind of guy. Now they've seen Obama, it's sexy to have a smart, educated guy. It's sexy now, but it's like you don't really respecting that guy because you respect that guy to be soft and docile. Okay, you don't expect that guy to still be a man and have some oomph to him. Okay, y'all are confused. You want things because you can't even deal with that guy because he understands words. So Obama, listen, Michelle Obama ain't having the kind of fights you guys be having with your man. Okay, Michelle Obama, she comes to the room and says, "Nigga, ain't you working today?" He's like, "What do you mean? I was president for 8 years and I wrote a book." And then, "What else do you want from me, Michelle? I want you to get up your ass and do something, Obama." I mean, Barack. "I darn near gave you the pipe 8 times last night. What more do you want?" Another daddy. So that's the guy Obama gotta deal with. He's not dealing with a girl trying to belittle him. He's dealing with a woman challenging him to be greater. So that's the real difference there. And I guess that's the real difference there. Um, it's important. It's important because truthfully, I believe that a woman's greatest value to a man is if she can do this. Her greatest value, okay, is if she can take what is weak in a man and take a fucking hammer. Excuse my French. Excuse my French. Did not mean to say that. It's being passionate. Take a hammer and smash what is weak about him. Temper it under hot fire. Because we know these are flaming dragons that we call women. They look cute sleeping, but that is a dragon. And she wants you to hear her roar. Roar. No, seriously. Some of these feminists, man. And that's why I'm appreciative of all of my past female relationships. Because I could tell when a woman likes you, you know, one, she'll try to make you better. Two, she'll push you, she'll challenge you. And if you don't have a woman that's challenging you, or at least if you don't realize she's challenging you, then you're not. You need to wake up and find yourself a new woman. Because a woman who can't find what is weak in you, make that stronger, you just have yourself a play toy. I mean, that's fine. It's cool if you're that shallow. I like a good play toy too. But it is good to develop a much more deeper connection. You're gonna get a lot more out of that. Okay, especially when there are tough times and everything. That's when things like meditations and Kama Sutra and Tantra, uh, coitus, yes, comes into play because that's you sharing your energy, you're performing alchemy. Okay, that's one of the reasons why you should not deal with a woman who's dealing with multiple men. But in any case, if she's dealing with multiple men, it is better you know who that man is. Okay, because if you do, at the very least, you and that man can always be on the same page, and then the energy is not messed up. Okay, but we don't know who that man is, and she has been lying left and right, and you know something's wrong, she knows something's wrong, the other man thinks there's something wrong. All the energy is messed up in the world. Okay, because no one can be honest. Okay, so I was honest last night, and I said, "Damn, do you come caramel? Good lord." I called a pedophile for that. I think she's older than me. No, she's 26, but I'm 7. I've only had 7 birthdays. Leap year, baby. I don't understand the people. And what the cool thing is, this girl, dude. You wonder. This how I know this girl liked it. She didn't exactly give me a hard time. She let everybody else give me a hard time. So I stood my ground. So I stood my ground. She said, "See, that's fucking weird, pedophile. sex offender shit. Oh, he said that because that's a say what you because I said say what you want, but that's a woman to make babies with and build a business with. He said, see, that's some pedophile sex offender shit. Ooh, I'm pretty sure that's been working. I just noticed my microphone was inside my headset. I thought I was talking to my computer directly. So I'm hoping all of this got through clearly. But any case, that's him, man. Again, that's some weird, that's an outrageous thing to say. How else are you going to find a woman in society to have a child with? I mean, at some point, you do say, oh, you got to think that. Well, one, personally, I think it's important to let the girl know what I think about her. Because one, if I let her know, like, hey, you're a pretty girl, I like for you to have on my team, I continue to go do what I'm doing. When she's ready to be on the team, she'll come be on the team. But sometimes there's a time limit. Actually, there's always a time limit. Okay? So that's all I was doing. I was just letting her know. She's in Florida. She used to live in Massachusetts. So she would come through. Come through. Okay? I think she's a nurse. Okay? I'm about health. I'm a massage therapist, working on medical massage. I'm working on creating a real estate business. And I have a few projects, man. So it is crazy that men will act like this. What a fucking pussy. Yeah, I guess I'm not sorry about that one because that was just a worst thing to do. To come here and like so I continue, dude, you are weird. I don't know what weird things you've been into, but don't push your fears onto me. I'd say her landscape. Hmm? Oh, so another girl came to me and said, what would possess you to say such a thing? So I replied to that girl, well, I'd say it's her landscape. What's a valley without slopes? She comes in. I refuse to believe you get any pussy. Sorry, again, YouTube. It's my first like long video, man. I'll work on it. Don't count me out yet. So I guess I gotta change that from children are not allowed to see this. um, yeah. So I don't think you get any pussy when you're talking to women like this. You are so fucking creepy. When a woman says men are trash, they're referring to you and men exactly like you. And I don't know about that. I think people who know me and experience me know what pulling a girl's hair is versus being a creep. Maybe you are sad. No man is daring to be so bold about you. Why should I be ashamed? My words were public and whimsical. You can't tell me vanilla ice cream doesn't go well with some caramel fudge. That's what I said there. I know. But I mean, it, she's like, hear this. He says, men don't make comments like this about me, at least not to my face, because I gave off the impression that I am a psychotic bitch. I think that's point case made. I think I meant already. She was mad because no man would be that blunt about her. Okay. And she continues, I would never be sad about that. I would truly rather have men like you know to leave me the fuck alone. Sorry again, YouTuber. And the thing is TF. I should have just read TF. Regardless, no woman deserves to be spoken to like this. Not only is full blown weirdo behavior to comment on a woman's skin tone, it's weird behavior to comment on a woman's skin tone. Okay. It's disgusting and degrading and it's quite literally objectifying Kaylin the way you did. This conversation really isn't worth having though. You can't pick stupid. Kayla comes in the end. It says thank you. I liked it because the girl's been sitting back because She knows. Okay, here's the beauty about women. Okay, they here have to come and try to shame me. How dare this man? How dare you, Blake? How dare you not say I'm the goddess I think I am? I just said it'd be great. You'd be better if you were in caramel, because I could trust the caramel woman more than I could trust the European American woman. Okay, I can trust me, a Mexican woman, a Brazilian woman, all those other women more than I could trust the European American woman. And you see, the European American women, they make great hoes. They make great side bitches, and not good wives. And that's just a real case of it. And it's even less in the black community because of the black women are following these European American women. So they want to act like a European American woman and pretend that they have been oppressed by their men, by the Moorish men of their communities. I'm trying to call them black men because I'm asking these black men to rise up, find their nationality, develop real character, so we can lead our women out of darkness. Okay? Because that's who those women are waiting for in any case. That's why those women are looking for a white man, someone to help us make those different changes and needs. You know, hydration is very, very important. I need to chew more too. But hydration is very, very important. The next one I'm having is a cucumber. It's great for your cucumber. um, hey man, you can't. What I don't appreciate, because I take these kind of things seriously because I have a little sister. What I don't appreciate is when you say things like you call me a pedophile or a sex offender. That is just that's some cold shit. That's just not something you should be saying, man. Over a comment or public platform. So I end the conversation like you're right. You told us men don't comment on your photos because you are a psychotic female dog. I'm just using polite words. I'm attempting not to cuss since we men must speak so gently to fair and feeble women. I have an inkling Kayla has a bit more backbone and the muscle to handle it, as she is not a psycho female dog. So Kayla, let us know about the summer tan. Mass is cold, but we warm up better than Florida. I don't know if that's a fact, if you warm up better than Florida. Never actually been to Florida. But hey, I've been in Massachusetts and we can get down. I would like the ends of the cucumber. Anyways, that was Breaking Fast with Miael. It just, you know, what really bothers me is that there are real sex offenders on the world, and there are people who are really doing heinous things. And people think shaming it on someone who's not that is going to solve those kind of things. And I've never seen a pedophile sex offender say, hey, I'm a pedophile and sex offender. In fact, if it was so easy to point out pedophiles or sex offenders like that, I think we would have already caught them all. So I would just ask people to honestly cherish those words a little better, because there are actual girls out here who are abused on several ages, on several levels. There are actual girls who are abused. And it's sad when you point the finger at men who are here actually trying to protect women. I mean, yeah, I made that comment, but what you said there, and this wasn't her. This was just some dude. You know, the dude was saying, You sound like a sex offender and pedophile. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Listen, Rob. One gonna hide in the corner and say, "Oh, I feel that way about that girl. Look at her. I can't go talk to her. I can't say it. Who? What do you want me to go?" I think that's how sex offenders are created. Okay. One, I used to be fat. Okay. So all I used to have was a mouth. That's all, and I was kind of attractive. I had a mouth and a face, but I was fat. I was overweight. Okay. So I was like that fat kid in high school. He was pretty smart, but I went to practically, I was the only black kid in the school. So I went through different phases like emo and all that shit. But I appreciated them all because, hey man, I'm down for some emo music. I love it. I love music, hell. I just don't really like country, but you know, for the right girl, I hit you. I hit you while we do some country. While we listen to some country. we can do that country thing. Move it to that country swing. But nah, I don't really down. I'm not really down with country music that much. But I do like tribal music. But that's really bothersome. That yes, that does bother me because you don't know me really like that. And one, I'm a father. I dated a bunch of women with children, and you know they would never say such a thing about me. So so when you say that, and so the thing is, it's like even if I know that's not true, but I live in a world where all it takes for you to make such an accusation, and that could land me in jail. You know that's all it takes is for you to make a lie. Excuse me, and that could land me in jail. Okay, and that's why I had to say what I said to her, just she come and carry me. This is to commit to her that like you like yes you're cute and whatnot, but I can't trust you. That's what that is. I can't trust you. Okay, that's what that comment was. I would love to just tell like damn, I'd like to spank that ass. But not like that. I mean more so like hey, I like you. I like to see you. Come be on a nigga's team. But the problem is that I can't actually. At the very least, I know all the women in the world for the most part acting crazy. At the very least, my chances are better with someone with pigmentation. My chances are better with a American. What I mean by that is Brazilian, Mexican, Moorishman, American. Okay, that's what I mean. Because to be honest, the European American is a dangerous brother that we have. Is a dangerous relative we have. Okay, they smile at your face, but they want to cut you. The European American is a dangerous brother we have. Okay, they are a brother and sister, but they are a very dangerous brother and sister. They do not love us. Okay, they may like to have sex with us. They may like to profit off of us. They may like to stand on our backs, but they do not love us. And that's something very important. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brothers. I don't care who you are dating. I don't care what white woman you're dating. You have to challenge this position. You have to. It's very important. Okay? It's very important that you have to definitely instill and let her know she needs to be on this team. Now, I've been going through a pretty hard, rough patch in my life. And I will say, a European American woman has held it down. Okay? She has held it down. But the thing is, you understand, I have to look at it like this. Did she hold it down because she's holding it down? Or she's holding it down because she ain't got no options? Okay? And I mean by she ain't got no options, well, she just turned 40, right? So, and she got 40 and she has some children. I don't deal with the children. She just comes over and she holds it down. And I don't mean just holding it up. I mean mentally and psychologically she holds it down. I'm going through a rough time in my life, very rough time. She's been holding it down. So, and that's crazy. So it at least lets me know, for the very least, that there are European American women who can hold it down. But what I'm going to say is that what you women may lack is that you don't have the tools to be with a man of my complexion. I'm trying to say black man. You don't have the tools to be with a Moorish man. You don't. You can be here, you can look good, but you can't feed that man's soul. And if you can't feed a man's soul, I honestly don't know what you think you're doing with a man. You can't feed a man's soul. And yes, a man should be able to give back to his woman. Absolutely. Simping and all that bullshit. I never knew what the hell that was, to be honest, until maybe 3 years ago. I never knew the term. You know, people may say that I may have been a beta or whatnot, but I go through life differently. Okay, I value connection. I value getting to know people. You can say that's beta, you can say whatever, but I can tell you this: I go out by myself. I go to clubs. I go out by myself. Okay, so that does so I may value community, but that's because I am on my own. And I mean by I stand alone. If I have to stand alone, I will. Okay. So if you people are into wolves and all that stuff, I am what you call the Omega. Okay. I am the pack. I'm a one man army. Okay. If I have a pack, that's great. But I'm rolled by myself. Okay. And there's only a few men that I'll bow my head to. And those are men who came before me. Okay. So shout out to my father. Shout out to my mother. But what's going on in the world? You guys are playing a dangerous game. Like, and what's crazy is the men. It's the men that say it. At least the women, they'll come, they'll bitch, they'll make a long comment, but they don't sit there and try to call you a pedophile, sex offender, because for one, that's an important tool in arsenal to have. But society is weird. So listen, man. There is this thing called the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech. Deny freedom of speech. I don't really know how my freedom of speech, like, apart from not saying that I liked vanilla skin. My freedom of speech was meant to be playful, whimsical. I was just pulling her hair. That's all it is. I was just pulling her hair. You know, and it's the men. So it's a very dangerous thing. To be honest, that's not going to sit well with me. That does not sit with me. Okay, you should not be so frilly nilly to call a man such a thing, because you are a wuss and you can't talk to them in the way you feel like it. Okay, so maybe I could work on how to play and pull her hair, but gentlemen, don't be this crazy white knight who is fighting. Be a real white knight. Okay, when she falls, you catch her. Be a real white knight. Okay, when she trips, you make sure she don't fall. Be a real white knight. If that's what you want to be, a white knight, be a white knight. Don't come here and be an internet save a hoe on some BS. You know, on some BS, saying that because I asked if she came in caramel, I'm a sex offender. What? Excuse me. That's a that's a dang that's a words, brother. Words. Okay, they don't mean. I would think I'd at least get called a misogynist. I ain't got called a misogynist the whole conversation. I said, God damn, they just be going to sex offender? What the fuck? Because they just want to run their mouth and say that they have something. What nonsense. It's not right. It's not right. But I will say Kayla handled that well. It was funny. I mean, I had a good time. I mean, I was just having fun. This is the one thing I've learned through all the hard things I'm kind of going through in life. Because I actually am a decent person. I really am. I have real core values. I have a real soft, beautiful heart. It's big, bright, and has depth. My soul does too. So, for my dynamics that your words, should be truthful. So with people who say stuff like this, that would be like, oh, whoa, I take that very seriously. You could even say that I'm lying and say, whoa, no, 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 I'd explain to you. So I try to be as honest as I can with doing whatever. And that's probably why I probably don't win so much as in getting pussy sometimes because I don't lie to the woman. Okay. Other men would lie to her. At the very least, women will leave me, they won't cheat on me. Okay. She'll leave me. Okay. Because one, I don't because a lot of times this whole thing that's happening in the world, this is just about control and dominance. Okay. She wants to just have things her way. And she wants to use you as the sex toy. That's what she's trying to do. Okay. But she doesn't want you to reverse the game at all. Okay. So what I do reverse the game. Okay. So I do set standards. Okay. You can say what you want. Okay. Listen, I was once with a girl, man, and I was seeing her for maybe a month, and I came in, and her house was kind of like untidy, but it wasn't untidy. It was just cluttered. There were a lot of things she had just hadn't done. Life gets in the way, and within that month of like kind of being with her in the house and stuff like that, I saw her and her kids gradually change, and the house looks completely different, immaculate, you know. So listen, man, I know what I am. I do bring positive change to the world. It's not, medicine doesn't taste nice. It sucks and it hurts. And yes, I know you're gonna bitch and cry about it, but I know what I am. I'm a man who brings good into the world. Okay, I do. I do bring good into the world. It's just that some are afraid to be themselves. Some are afraid of women, and some are afraid of being happy. I'm afraid of being painted as something that I am not. But at this point, I have to also be me, and that person is not a whatever those nasty words they will call me. Okay, I'm a man. We are protectors. Okay, we are here to educate, create, be prosperous and industrious. That's the kind of man I am, and maybe it's because I've been studying the world a little more, so I don't have much to show. But if you talk to me, you see there's a depth. I mean, see, I got stack of books now. I'm always out here. I'm reading different stuff. And yeah, my room is a little messy. Not really. That's just closing my hamper. It looks bad, but it ain't bad. Um, so it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Yeah, I really do want to get my hair done. But it's nonsense. I did not appreciate that. People should be a lot more careful with their words because that is dangerous. Okay, what I said is not dangerous. That is dangerous. Okay, calling somebody those kind of things because somebody who doesn't know me, they have to. I mean, at the very least, to protect their child, they have to excuse themselves from me. At the very least, and best, they should. I would do the same thing if I heard someone online could possibly be a sex offender slash pedophile. I would definitely put my kids away from them. That is dangerous. Like, I mean, I've worked with kids since I was little. I used to work at Pentagon House for the Boys and Girls Club. I I mean, I've been in what two decently long, decent two decent duration relationships where there were kids involved, and it was a great, relationship that we had. I mean, I'm a disciplinarian. I taught the kids we read, you know, they're just not my kids, so they're just some things I won't do. Like I don't listen, I don't do showers. Maybe it's for the boy. I said, boy, you gotta get into the shower for the boy, but those boundaries you just keep to protect yourself. You don't let no girls walk around, even in the even in the towel. See, I used to live in Africa, okay, for like 8 to 14. We lived in separate dormitories, so even when you want to even go take a shower, you go there with your clothes, you shower in the bathroom, and then you can move. Okay? Or even the very least, I make it very separate. I'm like, hey, the girls are showering, boys, we're gonna come over here. We move, let the girls have their privacy and to go shower and stuff. So there are certain customs you have in the household for that. And I make it very clear. I'm like, no, like I'm very clear and I hold that as law. I tell girls how to sit. I say you can't sit like that. You are a lady. Okay. And I explain to them. So when you throw something like that on me, I'm like, what are you talking about? They say a girl should be able to sit have as she wants. I say no. Okay. She should close her legs when she sits down. She's a lady. I'm a pedophile for thinking that. Those are the kind of arguments I would get. Someone will call me a pedophile for trying to say, well, she's a young girl. She shouldn't be dressing like that or sitting like that. So how does that have to do with you? Well, one, her clothing may be sexualized. Okay, if she's wearing the same clothing her mother's wearing, well, I'm not saying that I'm a pedophile. I'm saying that I don't think a little girl should over sexualize herself. Let her be a child. Let her dress like a child. Let her be a lady. Okay, let her have modesty and virtue. Modesty and virtue is not just whether or not the body's been defiled. It's also about the mind. It's also about the spirit. Okay? And part of this whole spiritual thing is also about how we think and how we process things. First of all, I'm an adult. I'm talking to another adult. Okay? So my comment is not like I'm here, you know, but when you have little girls dressed like that, you listen, man. I don't think the girls should dress like that. I think they should taught to be ladies. I think it's very important that we hold a standard in society. Like men, we have standards for men, and I mean men should have standards for other men. Not coming to try to call me these offensive names because I said something to a girl that you are too afraid to say to a girl. Okay, you know, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Even if I lose on social media and if they feel like they won, what I do know is that one, I stood there, I answered them, and it's not like it's the girl who's saying something. It's you who's insecure with your own self who's saying something. It's nonsense. Anyways, this is going too long. I talked a lot. So this was Breaking Fast with Miael. Got into some drama last night, but hey, she was I say she's fairly quality chick. I know, but let's just assume, you know, But I don't know. But they're just being mean. Yeah. Oh, he commented back. See, he commented back. So after my this is what this guy says. So after my comment about them being gentle or feeble, so because that's how I talk to them, because she says she was a psychotic female dog, if you recall. So now this guy, he comes back. They're not gentle or feeble. They are stronger than you are, and you aren't, and they aren't your slave. You're a fucking womanizer, loser. Where did I say that you're my slave? Where did I say she's? Where did I, like I don't. How do you just go off saying some weird shit like that? Like they're not gentle or feeble. They're stronger than you are, and they aren't your slave. You're a womanizer. I mean, I can't say nothing about the womanizer. I, I, I can't say much about that. I can't say much about that. Okay, I'm a bit of a Casanova. Okay, sorry. Okay, but I play a straight game. I play a good game. I play a good game. I play a good game. I may be a Casanova, but I have a real heart. I have a real heart. I actually love. Okay, I'm like a bitch sometimes. I'm gonna say it like that because I have a deep heart. Listen, loving somebody, and I mean, what can I say? That's just how I'm built. I'm built to heal and love people. Okay, so the only thing I as a man got to do is have proper boundaries, so that love that I give so effortlessly and freely doesn't get stepped on and abused. So that's the difference. That's also the difference between a nice guy and a kind man. Okay, a nice guy doesn't know how to give those boundaries and say no. A kind man can be like, yes, I can give you that love freely, but just make sure you respect it and you don't act stupid or whatnot. You know, and to be kind, you have to also be able to be mean. Okay, a kind person has the ability to be mean. A nice person does not have the ability to be mean. And these nice guys, he's the one who ends up killing people, because out of these are the ones who end up going to a fit of rage and stuff shit like that, you know. And I'm not saying that as like all nice guys like that, but I'm saying like they get to a point where I don't really know. I honestly I don't know how to explain it because I'm a kind person and people have always viewed me as a nice guy because I let a lot of shit slide. Okay, and I guess that's the difference. Kind guys don't let shit slide. We will check you on it. Okay, at the very least. Okay, we could be nice with it, but we're gonna let you know. Okay, even if you did something mean and we still want to be nice, we're just gonna let you know that hey, which don't behave like that. Okay, that's just really the thing. That's the only thing to say for anyone who's a nice guy out there. Just check them. Okay, even if you don't know how to stop being a nice guy, I'm saying that's fine. Just check them. Okay, be who you are, but take no shit. Okay, just check them. Let them know. Let them know. Okay, and if she keeps continuing to do it, check her harder. Okay, and to be honest, the best thing about a nice guy, I think nice guys can actually get the best lay because she's confused. She's like, "But you're this nice guy," and it's like, "Well, how how can you be that mean to me?" So, well, you know, I'm not being mean. I'm just not letting you walk all over me. So being a nice guy is fine. You just have to have your boundaries and have self-love and self-respect for yourself. And I know it's tough because some of you guys might be real healers in the world, real lovers in the world. I'm not talking about a nice guy who's actually not a healer or a lover and he's just this bad guy. And I'm not talking about that kind of nice guy who's like that. I'm talking about a real nice guy, a genuine man. Don't be afraid of what you are, man. Just check it. So I don't respect that kind of comment to call me those kind of things, man. And in the case, this man is mad. I just can't believe that. Like again, you kids that they are not gentle or feeble. They're stronger than you, and they aren't your slave. You're a womanizer. You fucking loser. That's what they called me. Like, like. See, here's one of the things I gotta definitely work on. I gotta not care what people say. You know, that's probably one of my biggest things. People have always used their words to hurt me because that goes to my mind. And the thing is, I judge myself. I hold myself to a decently high caliber. One, I come from a really great family, both sides of the family. So trying to live up as something it's quite draining, you know. In this family, just get like in this, it'll be easier if I was dumber, or at the very least, it'd be easier if I was dumber, because then I could be like, well, Blake's just dumb. At the very least, he's out here, he has a job, and he's doing whatever. But no, I am. I mean, I'm intelligent, you know, so I just expect more from myself, and they expect more of me too. Fairly so. Thank you very much for expecting me. But so that's what I gotta learn. I gotta learn not to care about people's opinions. Don't matter. You gotta know yourself, and I know myself. I know I break my fast with fruits and vegetables to rehydrate my body and make sure I'm always pumping iron at efficient rates. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Blake is gonna live long and strong. The videos we're gonna have talk about business, food, and other drama I happen to fall into. So thank you for joining me for Breaking the Fast with Miael. I think I just called that this video. All my videos aren't going to be at breakfast time. It's afternoon, but now I'm breaking my fast, you know. They were all talking shit about me and about some little lady. Um, I think you should, because I don't want to let the conversation go and they're like, oh, he didn't say nothing, so they can sit there and rag on me. For you to say that she's not your slave, and I didn't say anything about slave, why would you say that? You know, I'm very confused. How I think he's talking by himself. Yeah, I know that kept going because I was replying to that. Because it's nonsense, man. It's nonsense. You know, it's nonsense. And I refuse to back down. I refuse to be told that I'm this and that because I said that. That is not a correlation. I'm sorry. I refuse. I reject that. I reject that. Society wants to play that game, and I will play that game. And listen, I'm not going to be afraid to tell a girl that I would love to see her tonight. I'm not going to live that kind of life. I really am not going to live that kind of life.
What do you want? What kind of life is that where you can go out and go talk to a girl and you can't tell her like, hey, like, what do you want me to say to her then? To be honest, what exactly do you want me to say to this girl? You want me to say hi? And Duke goes, hey, my name's Blake. I said, how you doing? I have a conversation. Oh, it's time to go. I was still running. Yeah, there we go. So it's not like I'm here trying to build a whole new rapport relationship, and then the first day I'm like, hey, baby, I like to drip some caramel. You, nah, man. Just cause you too afraid to talk to the girl doesn't make me you. Haters, man, haters. You know, and that's what I don't understand. I'm not a hater. I can deal with a man who's better than me. I would learn from him. Okay, I like people who are better than me. I'm what you call it, a jack of all trades, the master trader. Okay, so I'm good at anything. You just gotta expose me to it. Many people around me will be specialists. Okay, but you know who needs specialists? Kings. And I laugh because I'm not trying to be all egotistic. It's just that I've been trying to be humble my whole life. I've known what I am. I've known who I am. You know, NEGUS. Okay, and it's time to rise, and that's what I'm doing. So people want to kick you down. People want to be mean. I ain't got time for that. But I'm not gonna let people think that they can say things about me and be able to walk and feel like they did something. It's like no, no, no. We're gonna address it. You know, and I got time to address it because you can't be saying things and be so careless with your word because one, this is the problem with white people, and this is white guys that's giving me a hard time. They are so careless with their words because one, they hate us, they hate people of my complexion, and they want us to be dead. They don't want a man like me to come to power because that does. They know they can lose all their white women, and I treat women fairly well. I'm a hard man. Yeah, I am. You know, no, no joking, no pun intended. I'm a hard man. You know, I hold standards. I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to build a life. I'm not trying. I'm working on it. You know, and I have failed many times. It is heartbreaking. It is tough. It's painful. But nah. You're not gonna come make it seem like I'm some creep because you are afraid to talk to women. You know, nah. Anyways, catch me on my other video. Hopefully, it won't be this long. This is my first video, live stream at least. So if you watch this, I hope you enjoyed it.